Nigeria has been waging a lengthy battle to stop the bombing attacks of the Islamist militant group Boko Haram. The violent sect is fighting to create an Islamic state in northern Nigeria and says it does not recognize the Nigerian government. Now, in a statement obtained by Voice of America, a purported spokesperson for Boko Haram says the group is engaged in direct talks with the government on ending violence. Senior Nigerian officials, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed the talks to VOA but did not provide additional details. VOA's Ndiho has more on Nigeria's security issues.
Since 2009, the Islamic sect known as Boko Haram has escalated its attacks across Nigeria, targeting the country's security forces, politicians, and civilians, both Muslims and Christians. Hundreds of people have been killed. The Al-Qaeda-linked militant group wants to establish a strict Islamic state in the country's northern territory. Insecurity in Nigeria's oil-producing Niger Delta region has long dominated American concerns about the stability of the West African nation. Now, the emergence of Boko Haram in the predominantly Muslim north is sparking even more concern in Washington. The U.S. has pledged to help Nigeria with forensics, tracking suspects, and using dissimilar strands of police and military intelligence.
We intend to remain very supportive on your reform efforts. Thank you for mentioning the work we did together on the elections. We're also very supportive of the anti-corruption reform efforts, more transparency, and the work that you and your team is also championing, because we really believe that the future for Nigeria is limitless.
In the early stages of its rise, Boko Haram was not taken seriously by some in the international community, even though the U.S. intelligence and the United Nations confirmed their link to Al-Qaeda. But when Boko Haram bombed the UN headquarters in Abuja last year, Washington began to pay more attention to the group as an emerging threat to U.S. national security. Peter Pham has written extensively on the rise of Boko Haram, and he says that the Islamic militant group is a security threat and that some elements within the opposition are trying to use the group to undermine President Goodluck Jonathan's government.
We've seen the group evolve from a rather idiosyncratic, localized group of troublemakers in the far northeast among the Kanuri people to a national level group with clear ties to transnational terrorist organizations, both for ideology and for tactics.
In November 2011, the Subcommittee on Counterterrorism and Intelligence of the House Homeland Security Committee, chaired by Congressman Patrick Miham, released a report on Boko Haram threat to America. The report noted that Boko Haram had evolved from a locally focused group to a transitional and transnational organization capable of conducting coordinated truck bombings against Western targets. Both critics and sympathizers have accused the Nigerian government of not doing enough to halt the violence. Jennifer Cook, director of the Africa program at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, says the government's approach has been slow in the past and that it's incumbent upon all leaders of all the political parties to be part of the solution.
I'm not sure that the government has a handle on this. I think it's losing the confidence of many in Nigeria. It's weakening the government politically. At the end of the day, though, this isn't just about a government response. There are communities, there are state governments, there are political leaders from all the parties who have some responsibility in coming up with a solution.
Security experts believe Boko Haram's bombing campaign has raised fears that the group is trying to ignite a religious conflict inside Nigeria, which is evenly divided between Christians and Muslims. Ndiho, VOA News.